Perfect timing. What's good, neighborhood? And welcome back to another episode of Warframe Wednesday. As you can see from the guy we've got on screen right now, and from all the hooting and hollering I've been doing about it on Twitter, today's target, of course, is the engineer Warframe, the tactician, Vauban. Come on, load up. There we go. So, Vauban is something of an interesting case. Yes, yes, the cruise ship electrician. But Vauban is an interesting case in that he's the other of the Warframes that actually just recently got reworked as all of the other major content updates were coming up. And yeah, his head does look kind of like a old school steam train, which is why I and a lot of folks call him the train conductor. But anywho, let's get on to it real quick with, at the very least, how to pick up this particular Warframe. Now, the battle pass mechanic setup that Warframe has, that's a very interesting question. Before I continue, yeah, I think I will actually do an episode just for the operator. I mean, again, the operator could technically be counted as a spoiler for, you know, any newbies getting into the game. So that one, I'll probably at the very least make sure to have folks watch some of the other Warframe content before jumping onto the operator, because that's something that you unlock, I guess, kind of late in the game, or at least late in the main story content. I will definitely be using spoiler labels. But anyway, back to how to actually pick up Vauban. In the Battle Pass system that Warframe has set up, Nightwave, if you go through, you know, do the daily and weekly challenges and you earn enough credits, you can go into the credit offering screen, and right here, boom, you'll find the component blueprints for Vauban, chassis, systems, Nervos, and if I'm not mistaken, you can also find, well, at least I thought you could find his full blueprint here. So yeah, it's just component blueprints. However, you can jump into the actual in-game store. Oh boy, here we go again. Good grief. Well, I guess I must be doing something right if I'm attracting bots. Well, if I'm attracting those kinds of bots. But anyway, if you do want to buy Vauban's full blueprint, you'll find it right here in the store for 35,000 credits. And let's face it, folks, in-game credits in-game credits and also wolf credits for Nightwave, pretty easy to get. So if you've got the patience for it and you want to try and build them as quickly as you can, do the Nightwave objectives, keep up with the daily stuff, and eventually you'll have Vauban in your roster. By the way, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone, no matter what your time zone is that's watching. So, now that we've got acquisition out of the way, let's get down to showing off what this bad boy can do. No, unfortunately, the mainline revision hasn't hit console yet, and it makes me sad. Because all that stuff for the revision looks awesome. It looks freaking great. Okay, let's skip past these. This is where we need to be. Right here. Ooh. Okay. Let's bring up our punching bags and begin. Now, Vauban's passive ability pretty much makes it so that any enemies that are incapacitated, whether they be ragdolled, or whether they be ragdolled, tethered, or otherwise in a state of knockdown, they stay down for longer, and you can do extra damage to them. So it's a passive that really can only be seen. Well, it's another passive that can only be seen in actual live fire combat, but it's also one that really, really plays well off of Vauban's newly reworked abilities. Speaking of, let's jump into it. So, once you've finally done all of the Nightwave missions that you need to, once you've gotten the credits, once you've actually built and unlocked Vauban for use, right out of the box, the first ability that you get with him is called Tesla Nervos. Basically, you see that little doohickey right there. It's basically a sticky grenade that automatically homes in on, attaches to enemies, and does, as you saw right there, continual electrical based damage. Tesla, it's basically a Tesla coil grenade. The interesting part about it is that when you charge the ability. Okay. Wait a tick. Let me get back up here. Ahem. Let's try this again. Take two. Action. When you charge the Tesla Nervos ability, you can generate up to 4 of these automatically homing grenades. So, in short, you can go from train conductor to juggler. And then once you drop them on the field, let's see if they've gone to home in on targets on their own. Doesn't look like it. So let's try this again. You toss them on the field, and they go about doing their deadly work. Now, after a certain point of overcharging your targets, they do, of course, detonate. But the great thing about the Tesla Nervos is that, as you can see, as it was doing that electrical damage, it kept your enemies held in place. So, definitely good for crowd control, especially handy if you've got yourself a weapon like, say, well, any decent primary, a good rifle, solid shotgun, or anything that you can just aim, fire, and forget. Now, Vauban's second ability is actually a 4-in-1. Before the rework, Vauban had it was like Vauban had originally had a Minelayer ability that allowed him to drop different types of mines like tripwire, like laser tripwires and such. Laser tripwires, proximity mines, that kind of thing. But now, Vauban's Minelayer has been reworked. And of course, as you level him up, you'll get more and more of his specialty mines that are ready to go. So you have things like a flechette orb, vector pad, the overdriver, which is interesting, and of course the tether coil. You tap the ability to swap between his specialty rounds, and you hold to cast. Starting with the tether coil, pretty straightforward. It's more crowd control, and it basically casts an energy line that captures enemies and holds them in place. The flechette orb tosses out a little ball that basically stays stationary, kind of acts like an automatic turret, and just fires out bladed rounds. In the midst of squishier enemies, let's just say the results are rather hilarious. And actually, I just heard that one enemy die from all the way over here. Now, vector pads with proper placement are an absolute riot. Because depending on which way you're facing, oh, come on, you toss down a vector pad, and it literally sets up a small pathway. Imagine the boost pads in Mario Kart. It affects enemies and allies alike. It'll even affect you if you step on it. Oh boy. So again, this is more direct positional and crowd control. So yeah, if you're dealing with an enemy that you just want gone, toss down one of those. Or two. Or more. For the duration that those bad boys stay active, they can actually make pretty solid defense. You know, that's actually a really good question. Let's test that. Ahem. Okay, I think I might have thrown down a few too many vector pads. Or not. We'll try it again. So here we go. You throw down your vector pads. And it does not look like it actually affects rounds fired over it. Oh no, oh no, oh! Yay! Broken ankles in the training simulation. How about that? If you're fast enough or if you have multiple Vaubans, then yes, pinball. And now for the fourth of his specialty abilities, of his specialty grenades, Overdriver. And that basically acts as the Overdriver basically acts as a support item. Because what it does is it basically overclocks yours or any allies' abilities that are affected by the Overdriver grenade itself. Needless to say, I'm sure you noticed that the Flechette Orb is doing a truckload more damage now. Okay, let's pick ourselves back up on energy, and we will go on to Vauban's third ability, Photon Strike. Fun, right? Basically, he tosses out a beacon grenade and calls down an orbital laser strike. Pretty straightforward, hilariously damaging. If you want to clear a room, if you basically want to be the life and death of the party in 2.5 seconds, Photon Strike's the way to go. And last but not least, once you get Vauban to rank 10, that's where you unlock his fourth ability, Bastille. Now, this newly reworked Bastille is actually a combination of two of his old abilities, the original Bastille and Vortex. When you tap to cast, well, let me actually get this one back on screen so I can talk about it in a little bit more depth. When you tap to cast Bastille, it generates a field that suspends any targets in range for, the duration of the ability. Basically, shooting monkeys in a barrel, and you set up the barrel. At the end of the first part's duration, it transitions into the black hole. So it's like two crowd control abilities in one. Now, if you hold to cast and delay the ability, it immediately goes into Vortex. Well, it should immediately go into Vortex. I'm not entirely sure why it cast Bastille again, but I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining in the slightest. So, I'm sure you can see the obvious advantages to both of Vauban's excuse me, to both of Vauban's last two abilities. But there's plenty to go around regarding his first two as well. And Oh, that's another thing. You can actually cast multiple Bastilles, and then if you cast it again, then not only will it transition them to vortex, but it'll localize the vortex pretty much between the positions of wherever you cast your Bastilles. So if you go for a good amount of duration, then you're going to have yourself plenty of time to set things up. And what makes things even better is that there is immediate armor stripping. So yeah, just as Hikari said, if you maximize range and duration, basically, if you are going for a super train conductor build, then maximize range and duration for Bastille, and you've got crowd control for days. Oh, another thing I should mention about pretty much any of his abilities where you toss out the grenades, they are affected by gravity. So you can actually tactically arc them to wherever you want them to go. Oh look, they're all electrified. I could have ranged that a bit higher. Let's try this again. Hooray for mathematics. So, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and take this into a. Yes, mathematics and physics. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and take this into a live fire mission so I can show you just what kind of chaos Vauban can truly unleash. Now, just to kind of just to kind of prep myself for this, I actually went in and did a couple missions with Vauban last night. Reacquainting myself with him, and man, I was smiling from ear to ear. The way this bad boy got reworked, he's just so much more fun now. Yes, yes, yes. Tag Wars and Scorched Earth. God, I need to go back and play those now. But we're gonna do ourselves. No, not sabotage. We're gonna pop into a survival mission. Now, note, I'm running with an unmodded Vauban at this point. So, if I manage to stick around for the full 5 minutes, great. If not, then that just means I'm not necessarily the best at the game. But we already knew that. That's why this is a rookie's guide. This is a rookie teaching other rookies. Hopefully. Here we go. Ooh, these guys are doing damage. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now, when playing Vauban, solo or otherwise, I would always say the best policy is to start a mission with juggling. Crap, 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 crap. Oh no. Oh no. Down I go.
That should keep you going for a while. Additional life support has arrived.
My balls are always bouncing. My balls are always full. Sorry, I had to. I could not resist. That is Vauban's new theme song. ACDC's Big Balls. Ah, ow.
Life support on the way.
Okay, everybody, just stop right there. Yeah.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Oh,
Life support has been replenished.
all right. Bring him in close now. There we go. All I need is just to be able to survive this for 5 minutes. 5 minutes unmodded with just my weapons, wits, and abilities. God, I hope this works out.
Life support incoming.
Woo! Shotgun. All right. I need a little help from my friends. That's right. Hit him, baby.
I've delivered another life support capsule. When you are ready, go to extraction.
Can do.
The operative has just made their first discovery. Keep up the good work.
No, I didn't want the vector pad. No. Oh, God, no. No. No, God, please, no. Oh, crap.
Get ready for a capsule.
Ah, that little turret orb is good to me. Oh, oh boy. Oh boy. Lots of gunfire. Lots of gunfire. Avoid the bullets. Yikes.
Additional life support has arrived.
I'm going that way. Uh, okay, second floor. Here we go. Oh, still not done yet. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Extraction, here I come. Huh. And what we have right there is a medium difficulty survival run. Minimum requirement, but with an unmodded Vauban, it can be done, and with proper use of his crowd control abilities, it can be done with a minimum of fuss. Now, I do have a couple of abilities. Sorry, I do have a couple of setups on both this Vauban and also my Vauban Prime. Relatively basic stuff, but I think on this rookie one, I think I actually am going to try and mod for range and duration, because with this setup right here, I've got him pretty much I've got him pretty much amped up for power strength. So stuff like the photon strike and the photon strike, the flechette orb, and especially the Tesla Nervos will do just monumental damage. But as mentioned earlier, if you want to go for a solid sort of base Vauban build, then go for range and go for duration. So let's see, what do we have here? Oh, neither of those mods is going to do it. Ah, there we go, overextended. That's what I wanted to pick up. Let's see, more duration. So, continuity. We'll drop that there. Flow, because I want as much energy as possible. Streamline to make my abilities even cheaper. Stretch for additional range. And no, I don't want all your secrets. Message. There we go. Now, out of all the mods that I've got here for, anyone that's still really getting into this game and going on their first run through the star chart, out of all the mods that I got here, Overextended is probably going to be the only one of those that you don't have. If you don't have that, That's fine. You'll still be able to do some work. But now that the rookie Vauban is ready to go with triple and then some the range on his abilities, having them cost 30% less and last for their original almost double their original duration. I won't be doing much in the way of damage with most of these, but that's because it is all about that crowd control. All about that crowd control and blast radius. So, now that our Vauban's modded, we're going to take another crack at that survival mission. So, for any of the pros in the chat, is there anything that I've missed? And of course, for, you know, any of the new players or those that haven't gotten into this too much, is there anything as far as questions that you might have? If you're in the chat, let me know. If you're watching this after the fact, then just, like with the other videos, post whatever questions you have down in the comments.
Life
Okay,
support has been cut off.
who wants some?
Trying to choke him out. Hold on. I'm sending auxiliary life support. I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Yeah, y'all just stay right there for a second. Oh, look at all that space control. Look at all that room. Oh, that's amazing. And collapse the vortex now, please. Thank you.
Tenno. Prepare for life support.
Oh, that's beautiful. Create and share with the world. That is pure expression.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Oh god, just oh, this is mayhem on a scale I haven't seen in a long time. And I am very much entertained.
That should keep you going for a while. Life support on the way.
Oh, oh, y'all saw that, right? Okay, what am I at right now? I'm below 70, so I should probably hit up that next
Another life
life
support
support beacon.
capsule.
Yeah, let's have everybody just hang around there for a little bit.
Life support has been replenished.
Oh, ow, that sucked.
Get ready for a capsule.
Get these pistols! Oh no, no, no!
Additional life support has arrived.
You're making waves, dreams. I can feel.
Ah!
When you need it, extraction is ready.
And there we go. That was.
Off to a successful start.
Although I still only died once, that was considerably easier. Alright, we've got plenty of orbs in play doing their thing.
Life support incoming.
We've got dummy thick crowd control. Oh, hello. Yeah, I'll leave those guys to their business. Oh,
I've delivered another life support capsule.
you got the bad end of that deal. Okay. My exit is up here. So that means I need to toss down another one of these right here. Oh, oh, oh no. Yeah, that's enough out of you two. You stop that. And
Life support
Yahtzee.
incoming.
Oh, nope.
Another life support capsule
Yeah,
has been
eat
delivered.
all the bullets. And with that, we're done. So I'd say we've got a pretty substantive amount done there. Oh, if you're looking for something badass, Chop, let me show off what my Vauban Prime looks like. Look at this guy.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in blood. Safe and sound.
Ordis is so bloodthirsty. Okay, so I should probably go and report in what I've done.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, so I've got 7 left to go. Kill shot, day trader. What can I do right away? Well, I guess I could start on one of the mobile defense missions. Are there any here in the void? Ask and ye shall receive. Now, I have yet to pick up any of the augments, any of the augment mods for Vauban's abilities. But just like with the other Warframes, I will be posting info about those, taken from the Warframe wiki, of course, in the description below, so that way folks can actually
Transmission. You must deliver
get
payload
more of a
to
grasp of what
specific
all
location
these abilities can do.
Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
We'll let the angry electric balls do their thing.
Get to the terminal and prepare for enemy resistance.
Oh, let's silence the room.
There is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend.
Oh, crap. Crap, crap, crap. Okay, well, no, no, no. We'll drop a vector pad there. Click that in.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
Well, that was useful, actually. That was surprisingly useful. Now I just need to keep myself from getting shot up.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Keep myself from getting shot up, he says, as he keeps getting shot up. Fun. Yep, the life and immediate death of the party.
Area completed. Move on.
Okay, time to get moving. Oh, what did I do? Yeah, you need to stop that.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend.
One, two.
I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment.
There we go. Okay, let's switch that vector pad to something a little more active.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
There we go. Now we're talking. I just need a little bit more. And booyah.
We are finished here. Move on.
Needless to say, the big thing about fighting as Vauban is that for the majority of your playtime with this frame, you've got to be ready to think at least 2 steps ahead. 2 steps, 2 shots, 2 abilities. At the very least, mentally, you have to always be on the move.
Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position.
So let's see, there's that. Want to get the Nervos back on play.
This will take a moment.
Let's drop a Bastille for a little bit more space control, and then wide-ranging damage with the Flechette Orb. It's that kind of thing. That kind of step-by-step pre-planning and setup that you really want to try and... That's the kind of frame of mind you want to get into with Vauban. And once you kind of get the flow going, I think you can have a lot of fun with it.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Okay, let's set one up over here. Set one more up here. I need some more.
The odds were against us,
Oh,
Tenno, but we did it.
that's that.
Mission complete.
I can make for extraction now. I think I'll do just that. And this will actually be a great note to end today's Warframe Wednesday on. Ooh, yeah. That was solid. Yes, indeed, Coil Mommy, I am on PS4. So, unfortunately, we haven't got the revision yet, but fingers crossed. But that being said, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Warframe Wednesday. I hope you guys had as much fun watching as I did actually playing it. Again, Vauban, definitely a Warframe, at least in my own opinion, definitely a Warframe that you're going to want to pick up if you want some really creative, if you want some really creative space control. Oh, for anyone that actually does want to get into submissions with me, I do play pretty regularly. So, if anything, just keep an eye out for me, or if you want to add me on PS4, my what you call it, my PSN ID is Ace Nelson 2010. I'll drop that right there in the chat. Bam. So yeah, feel free to hit me up. As far as starting my own clan goes, I might do that when I've got more people to actually work with because I mostly play PvE. But I got to be getting ready for work. So with that being said, I hope you all have yourselves a top-notch Wednesday. And until next stream, stay good, neighborhood.
Operator, the system needs you. Will you begin another mission?
No, Ortis, I got to go to work. Later, everybody.